right from the theatre side down low. The Pacific Airshow to a close today on behalf of the commanding officer of No. 2 Operational Conversion Unit DB, CT, and all the aviators who worked with the aircraft ready to have the footy here today at the Pacific Airshow. We'd like to say thank you for joining us to check out the capabilities of our Royal Australian Air Force F-35A Lightning II. And don't forget to drop by the Defence Precinct to have a chat to our ADF Korea's team. Ladies and gentlemen, CT and the F-35A Lightning II. His helmet and his gear by 6. He's also using a very special breathing technique, which is tensing his legs and stomach, working with the aircraft systems to operate the G-unit and the G-suit to push his blood back towards his head so he can stay conscious as we come through. So much because he says, because I was inverted.
Hey, nothing better than getting a first-hand description of what's happening out there. Lots of you fly these things F-35.
Flaps fully extended.
beach right now. That's what this is about. Inspiring that imagination. I just love it.
And the amazing thing is the C130 is a big wave. Has become past.
And actually, you talk about the ability of this aircraft, the Hercules, to land on some difficult Pacific airstrips, but also they'll drop loads as well too. A lot of that work goes on.
Absolutely, it's amazing to see the work in the back there that the load masters do to make sure that gear can be dropped through. If they can't get into a certain airstrip, if it's too short or something like that, it's just a demonstration of the ruggedness of this aircraft. Short, unsurfaced runways, dirt as well, can carry 120 passengers and even up to 20 tonne of equipment. So.
She goes.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together and thank number 37 Squadron and your team here today with the C130J.
As the team flies in for the loop, you can see the formation shape changing as they reach the top of the loop from eagle to wedge formation.
Now, John, the Roulettes have a long history. We've been at each of the Pacific Airshows here on the Gold Coast. How long has the team been flying?
Yeah, the Roulettes are celebrating over 5 decades of display flying this year. Many of you may remember the PC-9 or even the Mackie, but today you're watching the next generation, the PC-21. The 21's powered by a 1600 shaft horsepower Pratt & Whitney turboprop, and it's capable of speeds up to 370 knots. That's nearly 700 kilometers per hour.
Now, John, this really does show the precision, the trust and the training the team has flying in such close proximity like that. So, who do we have up front?
At the front we've got Roulette 1, Squadron Leader James Dutchke. Squadron Leader James Dutchke, also known as Dutters, grew up in the Barossa Valley and began
full-time job, but that isn't the case at all.
No, that's what makes the Roulettes unique. Their primary role is actually being instructors at Central Flying School, and they train experienced pilots from across the Australian Defence Force to become instructors themselves. And that really sets up a standard for aviation training across the entire Defence Force. The team's now setting up for the offset loop.
aircraft that are brand new pilots to the ADF will actually fly when they join as aircrew.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Look, the 21's got some... Inverted directly above Roulette 6. Separation here could be as little as a few meters.
Now, John, we're seeing the other fall come back in after that. What sort of things are happening? Amazing stuff there. But Rose is Roulette 6. She's actually our hometown girl. Tell us a little bit about her.
Yeah, Roulette 6, Flight Lieutenant Brody Sweeney. Rose grew up on the Gold Coast and joined the Air Force in 2006. Rose graduated from the Bachelor of Technology in Aeronautical Engineering, and she went on to fly the C-130 Hercules around the world. Maneuvers dedicated to some very special guests. Roulette 1's family